They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be.
This is CryptoTube. Welcome to the channel for this, our monthly update. It is May the 1st, and unless you live under a rock, you will realize the significance of the month of May. We are 11 days from the block halving. Happens every single 4 years, just like the Olympics, or well, not in this case this year, but it's one of those events that we can now have in our calendar that is like something special to look forward to, as it is going to kick off the next cycle, the next round of all-time highs for BTC price, and just a lot of chaos within the crypto market. So it's a very exciting time. 11 days from now it occurs. I will be sat here with a few beers and watching the events unfold, and I can't wait for that to happen. Going into it, we are seeing some great momentum for BTC. Yesterday was the first day we had kind of a little step down in price. We dropped roughly $500 in valuation over a period of about 2 hours. And the mood changed from bullish on crypto Twitter to slightly bearish within a few hours, which is just crazy. And something I try and ignore is crypto Twitter. For anything trading related, it really isn't a good place to be. But we're on the right track. We've almost now got back to a stage where we were prior to the capitulation on March the 12th. And to celebrate as well, Crypto.com with their syndicate program are doing a 50% off BTC on the halving day, 12th of May, starting 6 a.m. UTC, that is 7 a.m. UK time. So I'll probably jump on here and see if I can snag some BTC for half price. I'm not too hopeful. There's going to be probably hundreds of thousands of people trying to do the same thing, but it's worth having a go, because if I can buy some for half price, I will do so. Within this, they say no CRO staking is required. That is their coin. However, there are therefore caps on the amount of Bitcoin you can buy if you don't hold any CRO. So if you do hold CRO, you can buy a bit more Bitcoin at those special prices. So it makes sense to hold a bit for that period. Also, the CRO price is down 8% from yesterday. It's taken a nice little step down, and I do feel as they're going to market this quite heavily now, we could see a pump in the CRO price. So that's something to bear in mind over the next 12 days. In terms of the Masternode sector then, blue line at the top is the number of Masternodes online, and then the yellow at the bottom is the Masternode's worth in USD valuation. If we just bring that down to a slightly friendlier time frame, so this is 3 months in total, and if we just look over the last month, and the yellow line, to be honest with you, is difficult to try and pick out if we've got any upward momentum, which we do have. 30th of March, Masternode worth around $407 million. Now we're at $552 million. So this scale on this isn't great, but we're up $150 million worth in Masternode valuations over the last month, which is pretty impressive. There's definitely a lot of bullish sentiment around a lot of projects right now in the wider crypto space, but also within the Masternode sector. And I'm starting to feel that kind of excitement and stuff. It's getting really good. Hopefully this continues. Also, the number of nodes. We bottomed out, if you remember, last month, 215,000 nodes online. We peaked around 219,000 and we're down around 217,000 today. There are crazy fluctuations in the number of nodes online every single day. Maybe people liquidating them, selling them for BTC, other people doing the opposite, selling into Masternode projects, expecting alts to pump. But it's interesting to see, and the momentum does seem to be coming into the Masternode space and also the wider proof of stake ecosystem as well. One of the coolest things we've had this last month or so, well, probably the last 4 days, is it? The new StakeCube Minecube feature, which is enabling us to have kind of a cloud mining operation, and we know a lot of those were scams over the past couple of years, and it did really put me off doing this. However, when it comes from a reputable source like this, and when you can actually see the company behind it, Mia Tech, it is really reassuring, and I think this is a great selling point now for StakeCube, and it's going to have effects on the StakeCube price and the number of users on the platform. So it's going to be definitely a good thing for them. They take 5% of the mining amount as a fee. Also, MiaTek take a 5% as their mining fee on top of that. But you're left with a good value in terms of Satoshis left with yourself. And this is a brilliant way of just diversifying your portfolio, not being all in on PoS and Masternode coins, having the proof of work element as well. And they are lifetime contracts that you're taking out. I think this one can be really heavily marketed to a wider audience and get people involved with StakeCube. I only put in 100 gigahash thus far because I am waiting to see how the ratio between StakeCube coins per 100 gigahash improves, which it is doing. So they charge on a dollar valuation. So 100 gigahash is worth $4. So as StakeCube goes up in price, you have to relinquish less cube for your gigahash. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. And I'm also going to wait for the BTC halving before making a more substantial investment and just trying to see where the land lies with this. They've taken already in the region of 150,000 StakeCube coins out of supply for these mining contracts. And we are now on 712 terahashes. This is going up quite considerably every single day right now. So this is a brilliant use case for StakeCube. Next up, Flitz, and we are awaiting the Flitz V4 update, the new app. I'm actually going to be testing it out, so hopefully I can bring a video on that prior to it hitting the market. It's quite an exciting time. Flitz in their weekly update also posted this. They are now in the first page of Masternode Online, just down here, which is great for discovery of new projects. Most people probably don't look past this first page, especially newbies, so that is definitely a good thing to be involved with. They've added Scriv and Calculus to the projects being hosted on here recently. Again, those are good additions. They've also passed 2,000 total nodes on the app now. So if you just work that out at a basic valuation of €2 per Masternode they charge, so that will be 4,000 euros worth of Masternode fees every single month, which is great. And then they talk about the beta testing of V4, and we've also got some little snippets from behind the scenes here. And cold stake, as you will see, is going to be a new feature. So you can actually stake your coins on a cold wallet using your own private keys, which is pretty epic. Now, BitDorado is part of the Telos umbrella. Telos added to the Midas Masternode index. Go and check this out. This is an exchange, but within that as well, they have a load of other things. Proof of stake, proof of work, proof of gain. They have multiple ways that you can try and earn crypto with them, and some of their proof of stake pools pay out really well. They also have a premium membership you can get involved with. Premium members get 20% of total fees spread out between them. So this is a pretty cool thing to look at. I've only started to look at Telos recently, but I am quite impressed with it. There's a lot going on. Quite kind of hard to pick out all the details. It is messy on their Discord, but if I can pick through it and bring together a nice little video on it, maybe that'll spike some people's interest. And also the fact that Midas have put them in the index does show that they think it can be a good project to get involved with. Next up, ESBC continuing its good run of form. So this is the 90-day chart on CoinGecko. Back on February 13th or February 14th around Valentine's Day, we are at around 80 Satoshis per coin. We have pretty much 4x'd it and then some, around 380 to 400 Satoshis right now, which is a brilliant turnaround for ESBC. I did buy coins sub 100 sats. You always kick yourself when you don't buy enough, but whoever knows what enough is. It's always difficult to look back with hindsight, but I'm in a good position now with ESBC coin, and this is mining some great rewards at 400 sats per ESBC coin, and that's what I'm pretty much selling at. I'm not selling any lower than 400 sats anymore. You're getting really great returns, and I think I've got about 25 to 30,000 or around that number of ESBC, and the returns on that are pretty great, to be honest with you. On to Divi then, and Divi 2.0 is going to be released shortly. They are in the beta test phase right now. A lot of things going on for them and a lot of changes to the code. They've also put an announcement out about the Midas Masternode Index investment package, which is great because Divi have a very large community. So this is going to get a lot of eyeballs on this. Something else, they've got the full node map on here. UK standing pretty strong there with 464 nodes. And they've also put details of their Dragon Chain partnership. And they will be having smart contracts on the Divi blockchain soon, which is a pretty tremendous thing. Dragon Chain is also a very interesting project. Got some developers from Disney on there. In terms of CoinMarketCap ranking, 142 for Divi and a market cap of just $22 million. I've got a copper masternode of this coin and I think it can really explode in the coming year. So I'm really excited for this year with Divi. On to Midas investments then, the index feature is now live. ROI around 29%, click on open and you can deposit your BTC and they will pay you back in BTC every single week on a Monday. So on the burnout side of things, we do this every month just to see the progress. Last month they had 337 burnouts activated. We are now up to 376. So another 39 individuals have decided to use the Midas burnout, which is good. More profit for those who are already registered, and they're kind of pushing towards more registrations with this. So the fees of the Masternode index, if you don't have the lock-in activated, you have to pay a 5% fee for them obviously setting it up for you and managing it for you. So you'll take only 95% of profits, whereas it's 0% if you've got the lock-in. And then on top of this as well, they take 1% of your portfolio if you have not got the lock-in as a management fee every single month. So they've put this down here. So on a 0.1 BTC portfolio valuation, you would spend 100,000 Satoshis each month as that kind of management rebalancing fee. So that's definitely going to push individuals who want to use the index towards having that lock-in. So I think the number could go up quite considerably in the next month or so. Dash, this isn't something I cover too often just because it's kind of totally out of reach for most of us. The nodes are so expensive, but this is the daddy of masternodes. And they've actually reduced the inflation or the emission rate of Dash. It's by 7%, but that's 7% of the actual rewards in total, because I think Dash is around 6.8% ROI per year. So what they've put is it's around a 1/14th reduction in the block emission rate. Within this as well, they talk about the hash rate of Dash and how it's been improving over time quite greatly. And in comparison to other privacy coins, it is performing well with a number of users transacting using Dash. So having that hybrid privacy masternode proof of work features, I think this is a really strong contender going into any bull run. And we can see we're price here. At the moment, it's dipped down below 1 million Satoshis once more. It does pump. Easily, I think we can get to 1.2 million or higher. So if you want to take a trade on this, I would feel confident that we're going to really hit some more support down here around the high 800,000 Satoshi range. In terms of the ongoing lost coins via Energy and the crypto hashtag scam thing, or the hack. So last month, we were reimbursed a total of 100 coins. That has improved to 103, almost 104. So we're getting somewhere, but again, very, very slow. And I think it's pretty much about time where I pull the plug and just take out those current reimbursed coins and scrap off the rest. So I'll probably look to do that this month now. So in terms of competitions on my Twitter, if you don't follow my Twitter, what are you doing? Get involved. We do quite a few giveaways on here. Currently outstanding, we have Carver Labs. This is a really interesting project. and I'm giving away $10 worth of Carver if you can follow the steps there. Only 16 entrants thus far, so a really good odds chance of getting a win. And also the BTC halving giveaway, $10 of BTC going to be given away on the 12th of May. We've got 38 participants so far, so again, very good chance of winning that. In terms of the channel then, this month, it's been nice to be in isolation, to have a bit of extra time to look into projects, do a bit more in-depth analysis and try and pick out some real good ones. I've enjoyed that kind of thing of the isolation, not so much the lack of socialization, but it's been definitely good for the channel, and I've seen some really good growth in terms of subscriber numbers again this month. So I want to thank each and every one of you if you're new or returning for subscribing to the channel. We're almost at 3K now, which is pretty unbelievable. From starting out this, I would never have thought we could get this far. So last month we had 2,510 subs. Now we're on 2,890, so 380 increase, which is pretty brilliant. So thank you everybody. And here's looking forward to another month in the Masternode and proof of stake space. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.